Thank you everyone for coming. My name is Lior. A little bit about myself. Is that okay? Yeah. I studied art in Tel Marin at high school, and then I went off and did like a little period in Shankar and a BA in history of art and French studies. And then after a lot of years in art, I decided I needed like a safety net. Safety net? Safety net? Yeah, safety net. I decided I needed a safety net, like real money, something to do, like to say at the Friday dinner. And then I went on and did an MA in urban planning, which I was sure will give me a lot of like prestige and money and not art. And I always said that like I always have my hands, I can always create, I can always do more things, and it can wait on the side. And then after I finished my MA, I started working at a big firm, and then after 4 months I said, that's it, I cannot do it anymore, I cannot get up to the fluorescent light. And I decided to become a tattoo artist, to do my own art. I met a colleague, a friend, Odell, and she taught me how to tattoo. And that's it. This is why I kind of think like it's a proper thing for this month's theme, like honesty, because you must be true to yourself. So, yeah. So today, I want to talk about two things: the new tattoo scene. I want to like really introduce the global tattoo scene, what's going on in the world, where is it all coming from, like how tattoos are art, and the tattoo scene in Tel Aviv, and then my creative process. Before we start, I have some definition from the tattoo world that I'm going to use a lot. So, flash books or flash sheets. Flash is actually in big tattoo parlors. In the old days were like images of a sheep or sword or an angel. It used to like inspire people what to tattoo, like what do I want to do today. And then they kind of chose from the wall and did it on themselves. Today it's kind of different. It's actually your work of art, and you put it in a book or on a sheet, and then people just take it. The second thing is stencil, is the copy paper that I put on your skin before I tattoo it. And guest spots or tour is like when you're a big tattoo artist. Nowadays, you do like a tour around the world, and you tattoo a lot of places. So there are actually two types of tattooers. One is the tattoo applicators, like the tattoo people we know that you go and you do the sheep and you do the sword. And the other one is tattoo artists. It's actually artists that use the tattoo machine as a medium. Like you choose your art, you do your art, and then you just apply it. What? Okay. Tattoo artists have like strict rules as to how to operate. First, you only do your own stuff. Well, you're trying to. You're not like always do your own stuff, but this is the main idea, to do your own original art. The second thing is that you never do the same design twice. The client buys your art. You put it on his skin, therefore you cannot sell it anymore because it's already sold. And you rarely produce merchandise from already done tattoos, and you never copy other artists' work. I'm going to show you a little bit of a tattoo artist that I like from abroad to show you like the difference. We start with Espiro. She's a Lisbon-based tattoo artist, mostly about the color and shapes, not like featuring figurative things. This is her style. You won't go over her and ask for a Star of David. You know, it's like a different thing, different idea. And these are flashes that she does, this one or that one over there. And you just go and you choose the flash, and then she puts it on your skin. And as I said, she only does it once, like every tattoo artist. Then we have Anna and Camille. It's a great example of a duo, like two artists. One is painting, the other one is tattooing. They work together to create the designs. They do mostly like snakes, eyes, and vases, Paris-based. And it's super cool because you can really see the style, and it's a really nice example of like two artists working together, like in the real world of art. And this third one is Carlo Amen, more like a Picasso vibe, super like non-figurative shapes, lines. I have one on me. And in Tel Aviv. In Tel Aviv, we have a few like really nice tattoo artists. We have Odell. She's an illustrator. She's the one who taught me. She does only her own things. We have Fima, Tamar Bar, and Yuta from Haifa. and I will show you a little bit of their work. Odell is like a born and raised artist of illustration artist. You will not go there and ask for like a watercolor tattoo or infinity signs. It's like original work. Also, Tamar Bar works with me at the studio as well, to be honest. A bit more humor, more like freehand, a little bit of color, but not too much, only lines. There you can also see an example of flesh and tattoo. Everything is from the Instagram accounts. Then we have Fim, also super Japanese, super black. You can really understand the language. You will recognize the tattoos everywhere. And me. My style, I think it's a bit weird to talk about your own style, from tattoos especially. But I think that my inspiration is usually around the same six things, which is Greek architecture, vases and animals, and history of art, which is kind of like my route throughout the way of architecture and planning, urban planning, design, like to really rely on firms, shapes, and then to go through botanical phase and history of art. And then like a mixture between everything. This is what personally I like to do when I create, is like to take one theme, then another theme, then third theme, and then just mix everything together into one complete image. And it's important for me to say that like Instagram today is like your online portfolio. We wouldn't be able to exist without Instagram or online social media. Everything is like super tightly curated. You must have like flash sheets and tattoos, and everything must be current. Otherwise, people will not understand your vision. It's like a constant developing art exhibition of yourself, where you constantly upload and put things that must make sense to people. For instance, I cannot put like a Tamar Bar or Odell or Carlo Amen illustration all of a sudden because it will look weird. It's not my style. Yeah. So problems with social media, problems with the thing that got around the tattoos is mostly around copying and stealing artwork, which is one of the basics that you will not do as a tattoo artist. A lot of people do it. I will show you an example that happened last month in our studio, where Tamar Bar, usually you have all the flashes from the tattoo artist over there, the highlights. And then Tamar Bar have this available flash in her flash book. And all of a sudden someone sent her an DM on Instagram, like a direct message. And she said, "Look, I tattooed your tattoo. I really like your work. Isn't it cool?" And she said, "No, it's not cool." Why isn't it cool? Because she stole her artwork. And this is what I want to talk about. I asked Tamar about why is it so upsetting for you? Like, why is it weird that someone took it? You could be inspired. It could be nice. No, but someone stole her art and she cannot tattoo it anymore because this is one of the bases. You will not tattoo the same design twice. And someone traced her line. It's not her line anymore. Not to talk about the weird addition and she separated the image and did like a weird thing, and the placement is horrible. Like everything is horrible about it. And if she had tattooed it already and it wasn't available flash, this girl that tattooed it would steal it twice. First from Tamar and second from the client. So no. A lot of Instagram accounts are bad and good in your portfolio. You have a lot of Instagram accounts that will reproduce your artwork and will repost it without giving you credit. And then other people will go and steal your work. And you have like good ones with tons of followers that will give you a lot of exposure and they always give you credit. So it's super important to know like how to navigate between the two. Now I want to talk about my creative process. And it's a weird thing to say, but let's do it. So my creative process always starts with an idea or emotion or something that I'm like, I want to do, but I don't know how to define. Then I go and I search for images and online sources like Pinterest, Google, or like books, or just do it freehand. Then I'm tracing the image, I'm scanning it, I'm putting it through Photoshop, through Lightbox, and Instagram formats and Flashbook. And let's go through it. This is the end result. I will give you a specific example of a tattoo. This is what the girl chose to tattoo. How did it all start? I feel like I want to do something Greek, like something construct, something like this. And then I'm going online search, and I'm going for Pinterest or Google, and I do like a Greek style. And then I find some images, and then I collect the images. And then this search goes through different search, like invoke something different. So I want to look for Egyptian architecture now. And then I take all the images, I like put them next to each other because I want to mix them. I want to create something of my own, like something new, not like to take a specific image and do it. And then I trace it and I repaint everything into one coherent, cohesive image. Then I put it on Instagram. It's this one. I change the colors, I change the lines, I put it like on my online portfolio so people can choose and tattoo it. And then I put it on this one. I put it in my flashbook. So when people come to the studio as walk-ins, they choose the tattoo. Whenever they choose the tattoo, in order for me and for them to know that I cannot do it twice, I put a red dot. And it's a really custom thing to do. Because then, like in the art world, you understand that when an art piece was sold, and it was already sold, and you can see it by the red dot. So same as tattoos. And then it gets tattooed. And it goes on like this, and we're all trying to like really do it at the same style. Like I put this flash, and then you do it, and then I put this flash, and then you do it. So it's all about trends and how you present yourself and how you present your work. And the more people understand that tattoo art is like a specific kind of art, it's not something that you just come with an idea and you say, yeah, I want to do this, just apply it to my skin. No, we're all like all the tattoo artists that I showed really working hard to make you guys understand that this is how it operates. This is how we do it. We paint something and then we apply it to your skin, and this is our medium. And for instance, I had like this period with a lot of Russian structures and Russian architecture and like a mix between Greek and Russian. So these are all flashes that I put on my Instagram account, on my online portfolio, and then people tattooed it. So it's cool, and it's super, like you get a lot of compliments, and it's really like something really, really nice to see when people come and they ask for your tattoos and your original artwork, and they say, yeah, I want to put it on my skin for the rest of my life. And you're like, yeah, man, let's do it. Thanks.